Happy Monday morning to you, fellas. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hopefully nobody's singing the Monday blues and you're coming off an outstanding weekend. And just go ahead and roll that good mojo that you had coming off that great weekend you had. Just roll that on into that Monday. It's okay. We're all sitting at work, grinding away. It's a new day. It's a new week. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Again, we got a big show on today's show. We got to get in a recap. We got to give away some money on today's show. We've also got to go ahead and bet some NBA. We're going to get some soccer bets in as well. So, like we do each and every single show, let's go ahead and make sure we go ahead and kick off that recap. We'll go ahead and throw up that full week recap, and in doing so, we'll do it a little bit different. The one thing I want to point out, though, on this recap is I had some messages from guys on Twitter kind of in November and even into December asking like the arbitrage money I accumulate throughout the course of the year. They were just kind of curious, like, hey man, like how much do you make in a month, or how much do you make in a year off free money? And I couldn't give them that answer because I've never tracked that. I've had guys message me saying that they make a few $100. I've had guys say that they made even $1,000 a couple years ago. There was one guy that was tracking it, was sending me messages all the time, but I've never tracked it, so I didn't want to give out those numbers. Well, I'm going to go ahead and track it, as you guys can see here on the recap. Arbitrage year to date, we've made $6.12. Again, we'll track that going forward. Again, want to go ahead and do this recap maybe a touch different. Obviously, it was a brutal week going 22 and 24 and down 8.72 units, but kind of want to walk through the week and kind of maybe just kind of see where it unfolded right there. You guys can see Monday went 1-1. Really didn't lose any money. I mean, down for sure, but I mean, down 0.13 units. That's just getting juiced out. So no real loss right there. If we roll it over now on a Tuesday, Tuesday's where you take a big hit, and you take a big hit with the Real Madrid team total with the 5-unit play. That didn't come through against the 4th-tier Spanish side. Otherwise, Tuesday was a relatively speaking a nice day. You hit a 2-unit cash in the NBA. You hit your player prop in the NBA. So just got tripped up there by Real Madrid. You come back on into Wednesday, and it's kind of like the same thing as Monday. You've got a slew of bets. You win a slew of bets. You lose a slew of bets, and you're down 0.21 units. So not the end of the world there on Wednesday. It's okay. Thursday, you get tripped up again. You missed your early tennis play, and then you take the night off from the NBA and just focus on Manchester City, take it on Chelsea, and only one of the two bets goes your way in that game. Again, we talked about it there on Friday when we did the recap. Okay with the bets we put out, it just didn't quite pan out for us. So, but you do take your first, noticeable real hit outside of that 5-unit play that, if you lose a 5-unit play, of course, you're generally going to have a bad day. Then you roll that in on a Friday, and Friday's kind of the same story as Monday. You have a bad Monday in terms of losing money. You lose money on Wednesday. You lose money on Friday. Those 3 days don't even equal a unit. So while you lose money on those 3 days, it's not really all that bad. You go into Saturday, you take another brutal hit. You take another brutal hit on Saturday, FA Cup, and as you can see there on your right-hand side, one of the notable losses, FA Cup favorites down there on the bottom. Yeah, Newcastle didn't come through to lose that parlay, and then the other one, Liverpool didn't come through, Aston Villa didn't come through, and Brentford on the double chance didn't come through. So it really got tripped up there, with that FA Cup. And then you roll it in a Sunday, and you're finally can roll in some goddamn profit and have a good day. So that's how you get to 8.72 units. Just by a few ugly days. Again, you lose money 6 out of the 7 days, but 3 of those 6 days really weren't all that bad. Again, you add them up, it's not even a unit. So that's how it unfolded, though, last week. Good in the NFL. You can see right there the notable wins. You go 4-1. You love to see that right there. You had some good wins in the NBA, obviously. Nets, Bulls, you're able to overcome a 72-point first quarter to still cash and under. Steven Adams was a great plus money cash to us. Jakob Poeltl, good double chance parlay there with Leeds and Aston Villa midweek. City on that possession. Then you hit that soccer parlay there on Friday afternoon with United and Everton on the team totals. So that was good one right there. We had VAR go our way because Everton got a second goal, but it got disallowed due to offsides. And again, some of those losses, you lose a 5-unit play, going to be tough to overcome that. You have 3 2-unit plays, you only win one of the 3 2-unit plays. Drop both plays in tennis. The Warriors, we lost there on that buzzer beater. That was kind of a heartbreaker right there. McCollum didn't pull the right trigger right there. He did cash over 3.5 3-pointers. So if you dabbled in that plus money bet on Friday night, congratulations to you. And then, you lose an under. Crystal Palace can't score first, and then all the favorites. So, brutal week. Absolutely brutal week. You guys have been around here long enough. Actually, not my worst week. not my worst week. And what we do last year, we won over 129 units. So we look to get that back, fellas. We look to get that back. Morning, D-Gent, Ross, and Tim. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hell, I know Tim's doing well, and Tim's probably sitting there thinking, did you forget about me, dog? I won one of those NFL Pigskin Pick'em weeks. Yeah, I did forget. Coming off the holidays, I did forget. Let's cycle all the way back and go back to Christmas week and see who won. It was Football is Hard. Football is Hard. Got the win there for week 16. So he or she needs to go ahead and hit me up and collect their $25. Football is Hard. You won week 16. Tim in that comment section. My man, you came through right there. TW Corn. You got that win there on NFL Week 17, so hit me up on Twitter and give me your PayPal information. I know you've won before, but I don't quite have it anymore. Then who won last week? It came down to a tiebreaker. I like Turtles. The tiebreaker was the Bucks-Falcons game. You had to predict the score. It was 47 points. I like Turtles came in first because he or she predicted 46 points. So damn near almost hit that thing on the nose. So, all right, I like Turtle. Football is Hard. And Tim, go ahead and drop me your PayPal information. And each single one of you have $25 coming your way. That wraps up NFL Pigskin Pick'em contest. Had a hell of a lot of fun with you guys throughout that entire season, having winners. I was able to win a couple weeks. I'm not on the season-long winning. I did not play the last 3 weeks. Forgot over the holidays when I was in Denver. Forgot last week. I remembered Saturday while the games were happening, but I guess if you don't make them in time, you can't do the games that haven't played. If you missed the first game, it doesn't let you do any of them. So I didn't play the last 3 weeks, and I vaulted way down the leaderboard. But hey, it was still a lot of fun. And of course, we'll run back that game. Well, of course, we'll go ahead and run back the NFL Eliminator contest. We all love the NFL, and I think everybody loves those contests. And several people were able to pick up $25 each and every single week. How about those NFL opening lines, guys? How about the conclusion to NFL Week 18? How about the Lions sticking it to division rivals Packers? Love to see that right there. Everybody thinking the Packers are just going to cruise on Sunday Night Football at Lambeau Field. All you got to do is win and get in. And Dan Campbell and Jared Goff said, nah, we're not having that shit. We're going to go ahead and knock off these Packers and keep them in. That's why we talked about that stat of blindly betting teams that just need the motivation of we just need to win, where the other team doesn't have anything. Again, the NFL did a great thing of making those games divisional matchups where it does matter to the Lions. They don't want to see Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. It matters to the Lions. So they were able to knock them off. If we turn our attention now to NFL opening weekend, would you guys look at some of these lines? 49ers over the Seahawks, that's a 10-point spread. Hard to disagree with arguably the best team in the NFL, certainly the best defense in the NFL. Chargers are favored over the Jaguars. You're going to get NFL upsets in the wild card weekend. Is that an upset right there, Jaguars? Is that a dog you guys like? Dolphins over the Bills. They got Bills minus 10.5. Does that mean Tua's out? I have not seen where Tua's out. If you think Tua has a chance, I would go gobble up Dolphins plus 10.5. I think the Dolphins with Tua can keep it close. I still think they lose the game. It doesn't matter what quarterback's playing. But if you get Tua and you're holding on to Dolphins plus 10.5, that's going to be sitting real nice right there. Giants Vikings, Giants plus 3. I think that's another game where you could see an upset. I think the Giants could do it. We know about these Vikings. They've been just living dangerously close all season long, winning these close games. They're likely going to be in another close game. Does that mean they pull it out? Or if you're going to be sitting there holding on to a Giants plus 135 ticket, that could be nice happening. Ravens Bengals, that one probably hangs on Lamar Jackson, but I think I saw where Jim Harbaugh benched the second string because Lamar Jackson likely was going to be out, so they wanted to rest the second stringer to prevent him from getting hurt. Bengals probably take care of the Ravens. And then the last one is the ultimate head scratcher on Monday night. How the hell are the Cowboys favored against the Bucks? How the hell are the Cowboys favored against the Bucks? Cowboys look terrible the last 2 weeks. Dak just a turnover machine. Bucks getting hot at the right time, getting into the playoffs, home playoff game. One of my favorite dogs of the weekend has got to be the Bucks taking down the Cowboys. So I like the Bucks, the Giants, and the Jaguars. But I don't know. It's Monday. We don't have to pull the trigger on any of those right now. Would love to see some of these injury concerns, certainly with the Dolphins, certainly with Lamar Jackson. So we're not going to pull the trigger on any of those. But some of those lines, and most of that Cowboys-Bucks one is the ultimate just head scratcher. Head scratcher. What are you guys thinking in that comment section right there? What's up, Brian? What's going on, man? Congrats to Tim on the pick'em. Yeah, I love to see that. Love to see that. Pick'em was fun. Run that back. Run that back. Told you there was going to be a great upset. Yeah, you were right. I know Thad, he was in the comment section, was it like Tuesday of last week? He said he was going to take those Lions plus 4.5. Love the NFL making those divisional games. Just makes it that much more interesting. So, all right, we've done the recap. We've given out some money. Are you guys on this free roll in the middle with me tonight? We've got a chance to either add $4.57 of free money, or we got a chance to add a whole hell of a lot. And the reason it'll go in the arbitrage bank is because it's risk-free. Anything that's risk-free goes in the arbitrage bank. This is risk-free. Now, if we hit the middle, we're going to go way up. We'll win over $100 tonight in arbitrage money. If you haven't gotten on this, look, DraftKings is giving out a boost on tonight's championship game. I found a 4-yard middle with this guy. What's the hell's his name, that screenshot? Is it Brock Bowers? Brock Bowers, I couldn't tell you if he's on TCU or Georgia. Fellas, that's how little I watch college football. I don't know what goddamn team he's on. But if he hits 63, 64, 65, or 66 receiving yards tonight, we can get one hell of a payday. So get on that 4-yard middle. 4-yard middle. We do these arbitrages, and the middles are pretty rare. This is a nice little middle of having 4-yard middle. So we'll see what we get to add to the arbitrage bank tonight. Again, it'll either be $4.57 or quite a nice little payday. So hopefully you guys can go ahead and jump on that with me. Happy Monday there, Cole. Lamar, it'll make a game. I still like the Ravens either way. But yeah, we all want a competitive, good playoff game. So yeah, certainly, hopefully we do get Lamar back. Let's go ahead and turn our attention now to the NBA. We've got some great numbers in the NBA tonight. I thought we've got some great player props also as well tonight in the NBA. I've got Pelicans Wizards scored at 231. That line is coming down. Probably jumping on that one too late, so probably can't jump on that under anymore. I do got the Wizards pulling it out though by 1 point. Bulls Celtics. That line is at 236 for my predictions. I got the Celtics winning the game by about 6 points. Knicks and Bucks. I've got the Knicks winning the game by 4 with a total of 224. Lakers and Nuggets come in with the Nuggets winning by 7, total of 233. And then Magic Kings got that one scored at 231 with the, I got the Kings winning the game by 5. So based on those numbers, what are we going to be betting tonight in the NBA? We will go ahead and take those Knicks plus 2.5. Went ahead and sent that tweet out last night. We'll take that Magic Kings. We'll go ahead and take that under. Again, I got that one scored at 231. So we'll gladly, of course, go ahead and take under 238.5. I went ahead and already tweeted out Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. This is why we like Nikola Vucevic tonight. It's gone over 10.5 rebounds in 5 straight. It's gone over 10.5 rebounds in 6 of his last 7. He's already gone up against the Celtics 3 times this season. He's gotten 13, 12, and 23 rebounds in those 3 games. So that's 3 of 3 cashes. And Celtics versus the center position, they allow 15.9 rebounds, which is in the bottom 5 of the league. And it's gotten worse in the last 14 as it's now up to 16.8. If you need any other maybe incentive to jump on that, the prop bet guy went ahead and just sent that tweet out about 10 minutes ago that he's also on Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. It's a no-brainer play. You look at the numbers. Let's hope he can come through for the people and get 11-plus rebounds. Also like Julius Randle under 26.5 points. This one, before you ask in the comment section, I'm not hedging jack shit with Knicks plus 2.5 or any of that. You could lose them both, win them both, or maybe go 1-1. We're hoping to win them both because the Bucks versus power forwards are doing really good, only allowing 20.5 points, which is top 3rd in the league, 47.1 field goal percentage. And what I like, right, that they also do is they're only allowing 1.7 made 3-pointers, which is top 3rd in the league. Julius Randle is jacking up 3-pointers this year at a high volume clip rate. Well, this team doesn't give it up that much. In the last 14, they're clamping down even more on power forwards. They're only allowing 43.5 field goal percentage. So just a really good team versus the power forwards. And quite frankly, he struggled against the Bucks in his career in the last 2 seasons. This is his points versus the Bucks in the last 2 seasons. 9, 8, 32, 16, 18, and 14. So that's cashes in 5 of 6, and would have cashed every game in this NBA season. And the Bucks, if you need one more little thing, we mentioned how Julius Randle has taken the 3-pointers at an absurd clip this season. They're the 7th best team at defending the 3-pointers. And when the Bucks go on the road, they're the 2nd best team at defending the 3-pointers. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with Julius Randle under 26.5 points. There's one other play I'm eyeing. 2 other ones I'm eyeing, but one of them not really. Nikola Jokic, he should have a day up against the Lakers from the center position, but he's a little too wonky there to trust. What I like better is Sabonis against the Magic. Magic do two things that really like this: is poor against the centers, but good against the power point guard. Really good against the point guard, poor against the center. So you can see Sabonis having a good night. The only thing they allow the point guards to do really well is give assists. So Miami also contemplating, if I don't do Sabonis over 21.5 points, lowering Sabonis's points just a touch, and then adding on De'Aaron Fox's alternate number for assists. The Magic versus the centers, they allow 22.3 points, 68.1 field goal percentage, and 14.2 rebounds. It's all gotten worse in the last 14 days at 69.2 field goal percentage and 16.4 rebounds. And again, the Magic are really good this season at defending the point guard position, so this should be a night for Sabonis. I don't know, let's kind of see how the day goes, and if I add it, it doesn't mean it's are you chasing any losses if you get your ass handed to you and you add Sabonis? No, I'm telling you right now, I like Sabonis, but the number for the total is dropping. I think Sabonis' number may go from 21.5 to 20.5 because you'll see that with players' points. If the game total drops enough, well, they have to, adjust also the player prop. So maybe by holding out, we got a good number at under 238.5, but maybe we can get Sabonis to go down a point. Maybe we can get him at 20.5 as opposed to 21.5. So like Sabonis, just need to kind of wait and see and feel how it goes. But as of right now, love those 4 NBA plays. I think we've got a great chance to go ahead and pull out the broom tonight, and we'll see if we can't get that to happen. This is not Bulls, man. This is Bills. This is not a Bulls jersey. And I'm not on no Bills wagon. I'm not on a Bills wagon. What's up, Thad? Wizards are worst in the league against centers. Yep. I did see that. Is Zion playing? No, he's got a hamstring injury. He's out for, I think I saw 2 to 4 weeks. He's out, like he always is out. Which is why then you see Valanciunas kind of production go, because then they can't focus on him. When he's not out, you think, Valanciunas would get a bump. I don't really like it when he's actually not Zion. I like it when they can go up against a team that can't defend the centers, and then Zion's actually playing. So I probably won't do that. But yeah, I think you guys are certainly spot on with obviously what you're seeing. I don't think there's anything wrong with what your eyes are seeing. It looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and turn our attention now to some soccer. We mentioned, I hear you, Tyler. Poke the fun. I love it. You know me, Nick. I love it. Let's go ahead and turn our attention to soccer. I don't really care about today's game. Arsenal's taking on Oxford. I don't really care about that game. What I am interested in is tomorrow's Man United game taking on Carlton there in the EFL Cup. Before you go ahead and tail these just blindly, I want to tell you, I bet these at Bet Rivers. Bet Rivers is a sports book where if these guys don't start, they're instantly voided. So I'll go ahead and get my wager back. But I'm pretty sure you're going to get some good squad rotation here with Manchester United. And the reason I think they're going to do squad rotation is obviously just a lot of games. Of the cups, this is the one that's taken the least amount of serious, and you get more rotation in this cup as opposed to the FA Cup. Secondly, right after this EFL Cup game for Manchester United, their next 2 games are Manchester City and then Arsenal. They go bang, bang, 2 monster games. I think you're going to get no Rashford, no Martial, no Tony, and certainly 2 of those 3 will go ahead and go to the bench. If 2 of those 3 go to the bench like I'm thinking, you're going to get these 2 guys going to go ahead and start. I'm not willing to wait for lineups, because if these guys are in the lineups and I'm right and Martial sits and Rashford goes ahead and sits or Anthony sits, these lines will be where those numbers are now, where Rashford's like minus 120. Martial's about minus 105 and Anthony's about plus money. These guys will go there. Obviously, if those guys are to the bench. Again, if you're sitting there and thinking, well, I don't have Bet Rivers, man. All I got is DraftKings and FanDuel, and they are not cool, and they won't void them if they don't start. And if they come on for the last 10 minutes, I'm effed. I know United really goddamn well. It's getting squad rotation. I'll leave that up to you if you decide if you want to tail it, if you don't have Bet Rivers and you don't get the luxury of the bet voiding if those guys don't start. But they're going to be starters. You're going to be resting these guys before you go City, Arsenal next in the league. So, I believe I'm right. I've read lineups. There's no websites out there that are willing to predict lineups yet, but there are websites that'll kind of just talk about rotation and mention how there's City and Arsenal up next. So I'm going to roll with them. Obviously, when you make these bets, you love to go 2-0, but The realistic expectation is you just get one to hit, just like we did over the weekend when we did Sun and Iheanacho. Would have loved to go 2-0, but the goal was to go 1-1, and we went 1-1, and both of them were at plus money, so we turned a profit. So that's the thinking here. Leave it up to you guys if you want to tail those, but I'm going to be shocked if he rolls out another front three of Rashford, Martial, and what's the other player? Tony. I mean, you're going to get Fred's going to be a starter. Casemiro's going to go to the bench. McTominay's going to come in for Eriksen. I think the only starter that you see that goes game in and game in is probably going to be Bruno. And I think behind Bruno is going to be McFred, as I like to call it, old McFred, which is what I hated back in the day. Obviously, they've vastly upgraded that with Eriksen and Casemiro, but it's EFL Cup, and McFred's going to come back into this game. And above McFred is going to be Garnacho and Elanga. If you want to take a risk on one other player, Pellistri. You guys know Pellistri. Remember, he was the Uruguay winger. I think it's going to be those two guys plus Pellistri is going to be the attacking three for United. But we'll go ahead and see. Chelsea, getting thumped in the FA Cup 1-0. Not thumped, but actually not thumped. They got thumped in that, what was it, EFL Cup? Or was that, yeah. No, yeah, it was in the league. They lost one and got thumped in the FA Cup. Yeah, they got thumped. I think you just saw in that game, City's just got depth for days, which is why we like City. They can rotate, and it's like, it doesn't really matter. They just got depth for days. You think the Chiefs are on a down year, they shouldn't be the favorite. Well, they shouldn't be. Bills have the head-to-head. Bills should be the 1 seed. Bills have the head-to-head. Bills Mafia getting screwed a little bit on that one, but that's how she goes sometimes. How she goes. All right, fellas, that's how we're doing it. Again, we'll go ahead and roll 4 plays tonight in the NBA. 4 plays that I'm just really, really excited about. Again, Sabonis alone, or maybe a Sabonis Fox same game parlay. Tease both of those numbers down a little bit. If we do that, just to remind you, that would be Sabonis points and Fox assists is what we'd be looking to tease down just a touch. That would come out late-ish. Again, it wouldn't be chasing, so don't throw that in the comment section tomorrow if we've had a bad day and it looks like that. So you're not alone. Israel and Thad are both Chelsea supporters, and they're both licking their wounds over this weekend. City stumped it to them, man. 4-0. You got Niners to win the Super Bowl. So you got Niners over Bills, it sounds like then, Thad? Sounds like you've got Niners over the Bills. That's what I'm hearing over there. Niners over the Bills. It's going to be some of those Packers Bucks. That can't be 3 by kickoff. I'm surprised that didn't come out to be a pick'em. I thought for sure that would be a pick'em. And it's Bucks plus 3. That's a teaser candidate for the weekend, actually, fellas. You want to tease Bucks up, and you want to tease Bills down, cool. If you want to tease Niners down, cool. If you want to tease Bucks up with that, great. If you want to tease, Niners down, Giants up, Vikings don't blow anybody out. So if you want to take the Giants up, maybe to over 10.5, bring the Niners down on their money line, fine with that. Plenty of time to talk the NFL. Can't wait for the NFL playoffs. Here, 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. All right, fellas, thanks for kicking off a week with me here. Time to turn some goddamn profit, just like we did on Sunday. Let's carry that momentum up into this week. Enjoy your day. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. Have a good one.